Esta es Global Telling.
This
Usted
call is
tiene
now
una
being
llamada
recorded.
prepagada de
David Lopez.
un individuo encarcelado en de la prisión estatal de Centinela, California. Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada. You have a prepaid call. You will not be charged for this call. Para aceptar esta llamada, diga o oprima ahora el 5.
5.
Gracias por utilizar Global Telling.
Hello.
James.
David.
What's up? What's cracking?
What's up?
I'm back.
What's good? David, we got David Isaac Lopez on the linea right now, calling in from Centinela State Prison in the state of California, level 3 yard, non-designated program.
Yep. Yeah, that's what it is. I'm right here with my ace-deuce, too. He just got back right now from school, so he's getting situated, but he will be joining us in a moment. So, for those of you who were here earlier, my apologies. That really never happens. I'm generally so high-strung that it's nearly impossible to catch me off guard, even when I'm getting caught off guard. I'm aware of it. So for that door to open at 5:45, I was completely blown away that I forgot that I had to go to a group. And still has me freaking tripping. Like, damn, how can I have been so airheaded? Because that's an important group too. That's like some of the most important work that I do in my life. Is that group.
Hey, so let me ask you. So when you go to when you're in that group, do you like get into those kids' faces and like scream at them and tell them like, here, do you take like a bar of soap with you and be like, hey, you drop this, you know what's gonna happen to you. Here, hold on to the pocket in my pocket pen. How do you get to? How do you think you're able to break through that barrier and get through that stubbornness that a lot of these kids have?
You have to say that again so Jesse can hear it. Like, I almost feel like I robbed him of this opportunity. What the problem is, let's hear it. What's up, James?
Hey, so what's up, Jesse?
He's my roommate. I'm telling you.
What's up, man? How you been?
He's asking a question about.
Yeah.
I've been all right. You know what? Honestly, I'm kind of pumped right now because I just came back from my last day of the fall semester English class, and this class was rough. This is the first time I've been stressed out over school like this in a long time. Probably this is the most stressed I've been in my whole journey. And I took statistics, and I wasn't even stressed out as this, even though I was pretty stressed out with statistics. But
he was a freaking mess. He was a nightmare.
Yeah, but this one actually, I say he was more stressed out because I was ready to just give up. But yeah, no. So I'm happy. It's over. I took my last quiz, turned in my final paper, 10 pages, analysis paper, and I'm good. I'm done. I'm over it, and I can just focus on my summer class. And after that, got one more semester, and I'm done. I'm graduating. So I'm happy. I'm pumped. What's cracking with you though?
That's right. Right here, I was asking David because he was mentioning earlier on that he had that class. I don't recall what the name of the class is where you guys speak to grow, where you guys speak to the youth that are at risk. So I was asking him, so like, what's your guys' approach? Do you guys like get up under their face and like, does David bring a bar of soap and drop it on the floor and tell him that's what's gonna happen to him if they drop a bar of soap, or does he have him grab his pant pocket and tells him to hold on to this? Like, what approach does David use, to get through that stubbornness that a lot of these kids got, where they I'm sure they feel invincible and that they will be able to navigate those type of situations without any issues.
Well, Dave brings body wash.
Yeah, well, yeah, because
pours body wash on the floor, and he's like, "Hey, pick it up, kid."
And I dropped the body wash on a pile of rice.
Yeah. He's like, "Hey, good luck with getting that picked up." Yeah.
Hey, pick your poison.
Yeah, pick your poison. You want the rice or the body wash? Either one.
No. And We do nothing of the sort.
None of that. We're not running a scared straight program. We're running a youth development program. And the science of scared straight has proven not to work. The reality of it is, if you're stubborn and hard-headed, these kids that are already in positions to, a lot of times, to be in programs like that, they're already at a place to where if you're up in their face and you're acting some kind of way with them, you're just strengthening the barriers that they already have, the exterior walls that they possess, because now it's like, well, I'll show them. You know, like, I'm not scared of them. I'm not scared of you. Think about how you acted. I don't know necessarily, but I would assume the way you acted when people were getting your shit when you were 17, 18 years old. It was like, man, you can't tell me shit. Who the fuck are you? What do you know? You know, like, you don't know me. You don't understand my struggle. And so the reality of it is you can't come at them with that approach because it doesn't work. They already have science to prove that it doesn't work. If it's going to work for them, they weren't going to come here anyways. They were soft to begin with. That's just the reality of it. You're not going to scare some hardened, at-risk youth with bully tactics.
They was as soft as kitten fur.
Yeah, I mean marshmallow balls. I mean cotton candy. But no, it's what we're doing. Yeah, what we're doing is we're taking a different approach. We're taking a connection approach where we're utilizing our experiences to connect with them, to show them that they are not alone, that we do understand, that we're not coming at them simply from a clinical perspective. We're not teachers. We're not authority figures. We're not counselors. We're not doctors coming at them and saying, hey, you know, we understand your problems and we're going to solve your problems. We're utilizing our experiences to show them that anything that they're experiencing, that they've been through, we're not telling them what they need to do to change themselves. We're showing them that there's people who have been through the same things that they have been through and have had the opportunities to change ourselves, and showing them what works for us and highlighting their strengths and giving them an idea of some goals and letting them create goals with us. They'll come up with the goals themselves, and we'll give them some options, the best way to fulfill those goals. So they got a path forward. But a lot of it is there's connectivity when they're like, okay, you know what, this isn't just some authority figure trying to tell me what it is. Like, this fool knows what's up. This fool's been around. This fool, you know, because you have to think about it. We were them at one time.
Yeah.
You know, we were them not long ago. You know, a lot of us grown-ass men in prison were children until we got our life together. You know, no matter what our age was. And a lot of times that's what makes our program so impactful. It's grow. Give, reach out, overcome, and withstand. Yeah. You know, we're giving back because we have a moral responsibility to do so. We're reaching out to these struggling youth in the marginalized communities and these at-risk youth, and so that we can give back to them. And we're helping them overcome and showing them that you can overcome no matter what adversity you're facing, no matter what adversity, situations, or circumstances you're dealing with.
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
And the withstand anything.
Yep, the withstand is to withstand the peer pressures of all the things going on around them, and you can withstand anything.
Yep.
It's a component of overcoming. So yeah, we grow. You know, we planting seeds in their heads and hoping that they grow. Hopefully that maybe it can prevent them making, you know, some of the choices that brought us to prison. You know, because it may start. They're not necessarily in trouble yet. You know, these are youth that may be just getting bad grades. That might be, you know, heading down the wrong road a little bit. Family might notice a few changes in their life, or some of them might even be, you know, the parents are just probably like pawning them off on somebody, or they could be in certain foster care but haven't been in the probation department yet. A lot of so they haven't necessarily made any of the real bad choices that we made, but it all starts somewhere. And so we're trying to show them that, hey, there's other options. No matter how bad your life may seem right now, I promise you it can get worse. And there are other options. There are ways to overcome whatever you're enduring, and just look at all the faces around us. These are living examples of what happens if you continue to make the horrible choices that you guys are potentially on the road to make.
Hey, the realities of prison, though, are scary. You know, so it's not like, oh, well, they're going to come in here and get pampered and stuff. No, like, it's our responsibility to show them what prison actually is.
Yep.
What it is. You know, what is a place? Okay, so we're in cages. This is what it is. We make them look a little nice. We got our stuff kind of hooked up and all that. But at the end of the day, you know, a lot of us in here may never drive a car again. We may never get to own a dog. I may never see the ocean again. You know, like I said, I have a life sentence. I have life with the possibility of parole. So I may have an opportunity to go home one day.
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
The realities of my past decisions have put me in a position where I'm completely removed from society, and it could be indefinite. It's all dependent on my behavior, and it's not just about me being good either. I could be good and just stay out of the way, but that doesn't mean that I'm a changed individual. My change has to be represented by my, the way that I conduct myself in here when I'm faced with situations in the past that would have triggered me or sent me into some freaking berserk behavior. But I want to show these youth, look, there's murals on the wall. I'm the one that's doing the tour through the yard. I want to show them the murals on the wall. We got a mural here of Mount Rushmore. We got another one of the ship sailing the sea. We have another one where an airplane at a hangar, and we have another one with a guy on the moon looking out at Earth. And the guy who did that, man, he's an amazing artist. That guy's been in here for over 25 years. He's painting windows for us because we don't have windows with the exception of our TV here. Whatever we see on TV, that's our outside. Outside my window right now, I have a little window. It's probably 4 inches across. It's a real thin, slim slit in the wall. And all I see is field and desert and barbed wire. I see a gun tower. I see an electrified fence with a sign on it that shows, it says lethal electrified fence. Showing basically, you touch this fence, you're going to die. That's what our view is. The background of our life is we have a firing range right outside our yard right here. So pretty much every morning when we go out to work, all we hear is gunshots. And those gunshots are the towers training. So that way, if they have to kill us, it the head. And that's what we hear. That's the realities of what prison is. We see a park when we walk onto this yard. It looks like a park. It's got a softball field. It's got some bleachers, soccer nets, handball courts, workout equipment like pull-up bars and stuff. But it's hard for us to really concentrate on those things because we live in a state of hypervigilance when we're out there. There's tons of people out there. Everybody looks angry the majority of the time. Guys are covered in tattoos, and then we're surrounded by 6 lethal gun towers. 6 gun towers, James. Every single building has a gunner with a rifle up there, and not including the big one on the yard. We hear the alarms going off on the other yards constantly. There's riots on this yard pretty much every week now. It's hard to focus on like the stuff we have because we have to be aware of so many other things. We have to learn to read body language, gestures, and we just roll the dice. Sometimes me and Jess are like, that fool ain't gonna do nothing this fucking week, and then yeah, and sometimes we're wrong. You find wolves in sheep clothing, and a lot of these guys are sheeps in wolf clothing. Yep. And you're looking at them, you're like, dude, I can smell the fucking pussy coming off you. If you don't knock it off. Yep. You better get freaking real. That's what you better get real, homeboy. Like, come on, man, your freaking tail is shaking in the back. Yep. We had this big old dude recently, James, like step up to Jesse and me recently.
Yeah.
Big old motherfucker too. Like somebody who are like you seen, you're like, all right, well, this is gonna be a good one. But with people like that, you gotta like inflate yourself. Mm-hmm. You know how like in the woods, it's like a bear comes up to you. You have to like make yourself look big and don't run.
You raise your arms up.
That's pretty much what we do.
Yeah.
I raise my arms up. I throw some air in my cheeks. You know what I mean? Yeah. Open your eyes wider. Yeah. I fucking spray. I kick the dirt and spray rocks around a little bit. You know what I mean? And he's gone. He loses it.
Le queda un restante de 60 segundos.
He's like, this dude's a fucking straight J-cat. He loses interest. This guy looks like an inflatable fucking You know, the crazy inflatable guy. Hey, we're gonna give you a call back right now, James.
All right. We'll be waiting for you.
A call back.
All right, guys. So, hey, what's up, Cody? How's it going? Hey, man, thank you. Highly appreciate that. What up, Maribel Vasquez? What up, Jill? How's it going? Let me see who else is in here. Cynthia, thank you. Highly appreciate that. Jenna, thank you for them roses. Let me see who else here. Let me see who else. Hey, what's up? Make money. That's right. Hey, not the same without you, man. I know, man. I know. You know, but sometimes, you know, I get caught up in my own life. So I really haven't been able to dedicate that much time to, you know, streaming and whatnot. But I'm trying to get back into the swing of things, if you will. Let me see.
This call is now being recorded. Usted tiene una llamada prepagada de...
Hey, what up, Starlight?
David Lopez.
Un individuo encarcelado en... de la prisión estatal de Centinela, Centinela, California. Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada. You have a prepaid call. You will not be charged for this call. Para aceptar esta llamada, diga o oprima ahora el 5.
5.
Gracias por utilizar Global Tel Link.
Hey, what up, Evil Prim? Let me see. Hey, so we got a few people tapping in right here. We got Starlight that just tapped in. We got Cha-Cha. We got Maribel Vasquez coming from Burque, Nuevo Mexico.
That's cool. Maribel, she shows up. You know, we send dollars. You know me. I recognize Starlight too. Who else we got on here?
We also got
Cha-Cha. I thought I heard Cha-Cha before in the past.
Cha-Cha, she's always coming through. We also got Starlight, you know, she be coming through all the time. Also, we got Cynthia Davis coming in from Amarillo, Texas. We got Jenna, we got Cody, we got Make Money, or also known as Mad Dog 2020. And let me see, we got Aaron, and let's see who it is. I think I got everybody. But if I didn't catch you, if you guys just a lurker, hey, thank you. Highly appreciate you guys. We also got somebody tapping in from Ireland. That's right. We got Renee. She writes, hey. We also got something.
Hey, what's up, Ireland?
I can't read the rest of the name because it's a little bit too fancy for me, if you will. But they're coming in from the UK.
Is it in Irish? Is it in Irish? Like if it's another language? I don't speak that Irish speak. Irish talk.
Damn, hey.
They speak English in Ireland.
We got Evil Prim is coming in from desde Lima, Peru. Damn, that's a first. We got Irene coming in from the Coachella Valley.
It's cool.
Wow.
Send ours.
From home base.
Yeah, that's home base right there.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Oh, and then
they did I don't know about this Peru business. Go ahead.
Is actually Sarah. I'm just Sarah. I think that's what it is. Thank you. Highly appreciate that. Typing that in. We also got Matthew coming in there. What's up, Matthew? Thank you. Highly appreciate that. So we got a little bit of throughout the the United States and throughout the world. So hey, it's a trip with this social media thing.
Hey, Lima, Peru. What do they speak down there? Portuguese?
Nah, they speak Spanish.
Spanish, just
Spanish, yeah.
Yeah.
What's the country down there that has like 39 official languages or 37?
Brazil.
Oh, it's Brazil?
Yeah.
37 official languages or something like that.
Was it the other day when we seen it?
Yeah, we seen it on something.
Yeah, I think it was Brazil.
No, but that's cool, man. Yeah, we sent ours out there to the world. I wonder what time is it out there in Ireland?
It's 8 hours ahead, so.
Hour difference?
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
I believe Ireland is 8 hours ahead.
We send ours to the night crawlers of Ireland, and not to everybody out there.
3:30 a.m.
Anyway, so Jesse and I were cellies. So I wonder if they even know what the term cellies means. What do you think, James?
Probably
a universal term.
I don't know. But I mean, you know what? It'll probably be a good time to break it down. So for those people, they might be listening to the word "selling" and they don't even know what it means, or the way that we use it.
They're probably thinking like, is that guy? They're related to the guy Sully, or Sully fans, the guy who landed the plane on the freaking in the Hudson.
Oh yeah.
Fans of Sully. We're Sully. That's all we know. Isn't that what they call Sully? No. So Jesse and I were both incarcerated. Jesse had been incarcerated for 24 years. I've been incarcerated for 15 years so far. I have a term. I'm sentenced to prison for 40 years to life. Jesse's sentenced to prison for 25 years to life. He used to have LWOP, but he went back to court and got his sentence reduced.
LWOP is life without the possibility of parole.
Oh yeah, everyone really know what that means, huh? LWOP. Yeah, life without the possibility of parole. So now we're considered lifers with the possibility of parole. And so Jesse and I, I've known Jesse since I was a kid, since I was younger, out in society. We both went through the juvenile system together, which means that we were in different juvenile halls and placements, group homes, things like that. Jesse took a trip to the California Youth Authority. We were in different security stuff like that, which is like they're like solitary confinement units for kids. We both went through that, and I came to prison at 18 years old. Jesse committed the crime that he's here for now when he was 17 years old. He took somebody's life at 17, and he's been in ever since. I came in at 18. I bounced in and out for a little while, but in 2010, I took somebody's life, and I got sentenced to life in prison, just like Jesse. And we moved. We were both deeply entrenched in gang culture, prison gang culture, street gang culture, and it just took us on a crazy path. So now we got to meet back up again, and every cell and most of the cells in PCR, which is the California.
Who let the cows out? Who let the cows out?
Move.
Who let Jays out?
Hey, that was adorable. That was extremely.
Let the cows out. Move.
She just
That's
walked.
what she said, huh?
She just walked in right now. She's actually wearing a cow suit right now.
Because my sister let me keep it.
Tu hermana te lo dio.
That is adorable. I gotta tell you right now, that was adorable.
Who let the cows out?
She just strolled in. She just opened the door, and I see her walking in a cow suit. And she came straight to the mic.
She said, "Hey, she's a future podcaster, James."
Yeah. She be coming in here. She'd be like, "Hey, I'm the real James now."
No, who let the cows out?
She's got
Move.
Move. Hey,
who let the cows out?
That's cool. Yeah, no, that was cool. So where were we at? We were on our.
Well, before you got derailed.
Oh yeah, Sellies. We got zero by we got moved. So yeah,
moved along.
So anyway, every cell in prisons like this, like level 3, level 4, they have 2 bunks. So usually they just put somebody in the cell. Like you don't even know your cell half the time. Like you just come in and they open up your door and tell you go in there, and that's it. You go in there and you got some crazy people in there sometimes. I've had some crazy ass cellies, and but I get to be in here with somebody that's like my brother. So I got lucky, because I feel like I'm here with like family, and we get to go on this journey. We're both in recovery. We've been clean for a long time. We're not involved in any gang stuff or no drugs or nothing like that no more. And we come on here just to spend some time with y'all around the world. I gotta say y'all now because we got someone from Amarillo on there.
Okay.
I would just say y'all. I can't say y'all.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to get this lingo down, James. You gotta brief us before these calls.
What lingo is that on?
I don't know. You tell me. Chaw. Is that more like Kentucky?
Kentucky.
Chaw.
Y'all.
They say y'all, but they say like.
That's Southern, isn't it?
I just know. I don't know, but I just know that if someone from Texas tells me bless my heart, that it's on a cracking.
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
That's all I know. We'll go fisticuffs on the spot.
On the spot. What?
Tell about old girl from Ireland. you disrespect her, you're probably chunking them. She's probably going to come at you. The Irish are known for their tempers. That's probably all stereotypical, huh?
Yep.
It's all stuff that we hear over here. It's probably not true at all. They're probably like the nicest people ever. Well, either way, don't beat us up, girl from Ireland. Yeah, so anyway, that's what it is. Well, what you got, James? You got any questions for us? Got any concerns? People.
Right now at this moment, we don't have any questions. But yeah, if you guys have any questions for these gentlemen here.
I think we lost James.
No, I'm here. You can't hear me? Hello?
James, if you're there, blink twice. I can't hear you.
I'm right here. Hold on.
We're going to have to give him a call back because I don't know what's going on here.
Yeah.
The tablet kind of sucks.
I can hear you. The audience can hear me, right? You guys can hear me, right? Who let the vacas out? All right, so I'm not sure what's happening with the audio. I think they weren't able to hear me. I'm not sure. My daughter possibly disconnected something, but we'll see right now. Yeah, you can hear me. Okay, thank you. We can hear you. Thank you, Ruth. Highly appreciate that. So for those of you that want to watch some of these court hearings, I'll probably most likely be on. I'll try to be on tonight for the 11 o'clock one, and then I'm getting back into the swing of things. So most likely I'll be on tomorrow. Let me see. Let me pick it up here. Yeah.
This call is now being recorded. Usted tiene una llamada prepagada de
David Lopez.
un individuo encarcelado en de la prisión estatal de Centinela, California. Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
5.
You have a prepaid call. You will not be charged for this call. Gracias por utilizar Global Tel-Link.
Hello.
James.
Can you guys hear me now?
What happened?
Okay, yeah, I'm not sure what happened. Yeah. The audio went out. So yeah,
Did you hear us that whole time?
Yeah, I could hear you guys. Yep. Most definitely. So
that's cool.
So yeah, so somebody we got 22 is asking are them guys in prison?
Yeah, we're in super prison. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we're in a prison. We're in Centinela State Prison. All you tech junkies out there, go to Google and type in Centinela State Prison. Centenela. Yeah, we're in California.
So yeah, the recording,
Yep.
the recording that you guys heard, that's not AI generated. That's not a soundboard making those little sound effects. That's that's if you ever accepted a collect call from prison, you guys should be familiar with pressing the 5 or whatever button depending on the operator that you're using to handle these collect calls from. Yeah, this is real life right here. Jesse and David are in. How big is your cell?
Oh man, maybe like 6x9. Yeah, I can reach out with both my arms and touch both the walls, the width, and the length is 9 feet long.
My channel name is Drawing with Simera. Bye.
She's hijacking again.
See you later.
She did a drive-by.
And then, so we got a call. We're in a cell right now. My door's locked, and we've been here a long time. So the thing is, we got these tablets. We got their tablets that were given to us probably like a few years ago. They started passing them out. So we have the ability to make free calls, and we can receive like messages, like email and stuff like that. And then, like the only reason why Jesse and I are able to talk right here.
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
Because we're in the cell, locked in together. That's what it is. The message recording comes on in Spanish because there's an English one. There's 2 buttons. There's one that goes in English and one's in Spanish. So when I call, I have to press the Spanish one because James says that we got hit for like I don't know, what was it?
Copyright
infringement or something.
Yeah.
Copyright or something. Yeah. So we use the Spanish recording. My Spanish is terrible, but I can understand some stuff.
Hey, by this time you should already be fluent at least with the prompts right there.
I am, and the funny part is that I know all the cuss words and stuff. I can speak horrible Spanglish though. It's almost an art. How bad it is.
Man, it's speaking of that, since you're not really well versed in Spanish, how was your whole experience when you ended up that one time in that Mexican jail or that Mexican prison?
It was a nightmare. The thing is, look, when you gotta freaking communicate with somebody, you're gonna communicate with them. I was locked up in Mexico. Happened. I was involved with some serious stuff, and I mean, realistically, money talks in Mexico. That's just what it is. When you're locked up down there, if you got money and they can see the heart though too. Like I went in there and I was like, all right, well, at that time I was a lot different than I am now, so I went in there with the mentality like, I represented something. I represented a gang. I represented an organization. So when I went into the system down there, I had the same thought process. Like, it's what it is. Like you guys, you're either with me or you're against me, and that's what it is. And I was lucky enough that there was people down there that were straight, and so they were able to translate for me to the gang leadership that was down there, and I was good. The only ones the ones who were really offended though, honestly, was the officers down there. Like they gave me a whole bunch of shit about that. My last name's Lopez and all kinds of shit. But other than that, I've gotten by pretty much unscathed.
That's interesting right there. Let me see. We got a question from 22, and they're asking, how long is your stretch?
What about, what do you think? A couple inches dilated? Let's
just say we're ready to give birth. At this point, we've been here so long, we're ready to give birth.
No, they freaking, I got 40 years, sentenced to 40 years with a life sentence. I got technically 2 life sentences. I'm sentenced to 15 years to life plus 25 years to life consecutive for a total of 40 years. Jesse got 25 years to life.
Yep.
Jesse's all stretched out.
I'm all stretched out. I got 25 years to life. I used to have life without the possibility of parole, and I've been in prison for 24 years. I should be home next year. God willing, everything works out in my favor. I'll be home next year, and I'll be done with this prison stuff.
I get an opportunity to go to board once I'm in for, it'll be 21 years, and then when I'll be 50 years old, I could go to board for just consideration to go home. But we don't have release dates. We have what you call indeterminate sentences, all the way to death.
We got a comment from Cody. Cody writes, "Keep your head up. Keep your head up in there, Brody." Then we got a question from Irene. She wants to know, what about Jesse? Does he speak Spanish?
He does. Speaks fluent Spanish somehow.
I'm a country bumpkin Mexican.
And it's funny because this fool's got he's the only cholo that I know from Southern California that talks like he's from Oklahoma. But he speaks fluent Spanish.
Hey,
I'm one of them Kentucky Mexicans.
How that happened?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Honestly, it's crazy because nobody, like, I don't know where the fucking my country twang comes from, but you know what it is too, though. I think because a lot of my familia is from Texas, so maybe they get that stuff. Maybe it's just passed down. But it's funny too that my homeboys used to say the same thing, like, "Fool, what's the matter with you? Fool, you're the only Mexican I know that talks like a cowboy." So I just embraced it, you know what I mean? And I took my horse to the Old Town Road.
That's it. We call them little Navex.
Yeah, little Navex instead of little. There you go.
Yep. The boy right there, you know. Yeah, so that's what it is. We basically just do what we do. we live out our lives the best we can. You know, it's like living inside of a fish tank. What it is.
Literally in a fish tank. I got tattoo removal again yesterday, James.
Well, are you getting the tattoos?
His head.
Oh, that's what I was about to ask. Yeah. The what about like the ones? Because your head's pretty much it's covered up, right? And so you have a fade. Like, what are you gonna do about the tattoos that are covered by your hair?
Well, what I do is I right now I have like a straight bowl cut. I just shaved around my head, so that way I could and it sucks because the one on the back of my head goes from my neck all the way to the top of my head almost. Like so I have to go up like super high just to get most of the writing off. And but even like yesterday, I'm not even sure if they went all the way to the top of it because it didn't really feel like they went all the way up, but they did. They went pretty high. But yeah,
the good news for Jesse is I'm a pretty decent barber. I cut great hair, so we're trying to salvage the top of his hair as best we can. But he's got this giant indio across the back of his head, and it goes up pretty high. Like,
yeah.
No, I'm serious. One thing about gang tattoos from like our era is they always start and end with like a big ass letter. I don't know what it is. You know what I mean? I got one on my back. It's the same shit, the big letter in the front. And it gives that like optical look, and like a banner look kind of. And so his I and his O are freaking big. So anyway, I'm trying to find a way where I can shave over that. I'm trying to find a way where you can see the tattoo so it doesn't burn his hair too much. But I brought it high. The only pattern that I had to really go by is I got this fool walking around here looking like Megan Rapinoe. I was the only. I was like, man. Well, I'm trying to think of haircuts, right? And then also, he also looks like Johnny Depp from Fantastic Beasts.
Hey, David, and
you remember that one, James?
Yeah. No, I do not. I do not recall.
What the? All right, go ahead.
But what I was going to ask you.
Have you guys ever seen Johnny Depp's haircut in Fantastic Beasts? That's Jesse Reno.
Let's just say I look like a lesbian.
I told him Megan Rapinoe. Yeah. That's just
it's bad. It's bad. They got me bad, but I just wear a hat for right now because within a week it all grows back, and it blends back in, and it's cool. Then I can just fade it up. But the thing is, I don't want to shave my head. You know what I mean? I'm just over the bald head, and I feel like I've seen dudes shave their head and their hair just don't grow back anymore. And it's like, whoa, what happened? I don't know. Fool, it doesn't want to grow back, and I've shaved my head for so long that I just don't want to take that chance. I just want to let it grow, keep my hair as long as I can.
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
And just finish the tattoo removal, just go with it till it's all done. But then I would have to keep my head bald for at least probably another year, maybe. I don't know how long it's going to take, but it's getting pretty close to the end. So maybe about another 6 months. But I just figured it's a small inconvenience. I could just do like a little bowl cut, put my hat on it to cover it up, so that way, and within a week or two, it blends back in, and I'm cool. But I'll be glad. It'll be once I get that shit off my head and all this stuff off my hands and my arms and stuff like that. It'll be cool. Because then I'll just be putting another piece of my past behind me. And it's funny too, because I remember when I think I told you when I first got it on my head, my sister was like, "What the hell you do that for? In case you get lost, they can drop you off at the lost and found."
Yep.
And I was just like, "Yeah, well,
that's exactly what happened."
That's exactly what happened.
Hey, you had something to say, James?
Yeah. I was gonna ask you. So when you're in the streets, were you cutting hair, or is that something you picked up on this term?
No, I pretty much cut my own hair out there, so I had some experience, but I definitely picked it up in prison to where it became a skill,
And would that be
now,
something?
It's crazy because Go ahead.
Would that be something that you would be interested in pursuing when you come home? Doing haircuts. It's big out here now. They charge like an arm and a leg for a haircut. Back in my day, I remember haircuts were like $5-10. Now they're charging upwards of $50-60 for a haircut.
Yeah, and the crazy part is I'm like Edward Scissorhands now with these damn clippers. So it's on my mind. It's not. I believe my education is gonna push me to a different direction. But I definitely believe that I'm going to be cutting hair out there.
Supplemental income.
Yeah, in some capacity. I have no. I am not opposed to making any legal money. So if I have to set some stuff up, I will.
My little neighbor, he's 17 years old. My neighbor in high school, he's a high school kid, and that fool makes like. On one day, he'll make like $700 just cutting hair on the weekend.
Damn.
Just in one day. So, yeah. Like just imagine making $700 as a weekend side hustle, cutting all your boys' hair at the high school. Like.
Le queda un restante de 60 segundos.
Yeah, and I mean, if I can get some badass clippers too. Like I have a kit though. I got like 3 sets of clippers. I got shavers and razors, and I got all kinds of shit. Got my cape and my barber cape and all my brushes and Barbasol, and I have my little kit. But out there, man, I spent a few $100 on some badass clippers. I can cut some pretty clean hair. If I'm doing these haircuts right now with beard trimmers and all that, the way that I cut hair, I can imagine what I'd be doing out there.
You'll be unstoppable.
Want to give you a call back, James?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. So we're currently on the line with David and Jesse. They're located at Centinela State Prison. And Irene, yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. Haircuts, man. Well, I don't got any hair, so I don't have that problem with having to pay for haircuts. I just get my Mach 3s or my Gillette Fusion, depending on what I could find on sale, and I just shave my hair. Because fortunately for me, I'm bald. I can't even grow hair if I wanted to, unless I go to what is it? Is it Greece or Turkey to go get a hair transplant? And it's been popping up on my FYP a lot. So I don't know if the algorithm knows that I'm bald, trying to send me some messages through the universe.
Esta es Global Telling. Usted tiene una llamada prepagada de
David Lopez.
Un individuo encarcelado de la prisión estatal de Centinela, California. Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada. You have a prepaid call. You will not be charged for this call. Para aceptar esta llamada, diga o oprima ahora el 5.
5.
Gracias por utilizar Global Tel-Link.
Hello.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, for just an announcement on the 15 minutes. We only, on the tablets, the call, it runs out every 15 minutes, so we got to call back. That's what it is,
I'm hoping, right now that
attention span is longer
since they're going to be switching over carriers or service providers, hopefully they get rid of that 15-minute limit. Especially since you got tablets. I understand on the pay phones if you're on the wall phones, but for the tablets, I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. Like why have a limit on it?
And GlobalTel has unlimited calls because they used to have it in the county back in the day.
They still get
GlobalTel, and you used to be able to call.
Yeah, it's still like that in the county. Hello.
Yeah, are you there?
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened.
Yeah, that was weird.
Something over here on my end went out. Hopefully, it didn't blow out David's eardrums.
No, I was all right. I got some pretty big ears though, so I got lucky there. I came out unscathed. Somehow. No, but what I think it is they're probably charging CDCR per call for 15 minutes. And so even though we get them free, they're probably like, they're probably trying to lock in the time, for the call.
Yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah. Each call, this amount of money, this is what you owe, send a bill, and that's that,
Yep, they're billing the state of California. Yep. Governor Newsom's the one that gave us the free calls.
Yep. Hopefully it stays like that for, the foreseeable future.
Yep, for sure.
Because it's cool, man. It changes a lot,
The one thing, though, the downside if they do change the providers, is we can get different time restrictions, because different prisons have different time restrictions.
Where they only let you use so many calls a day?
Yeah, certain times, during count time, stuff like that. The phones are off.
Yeah.
Turn them off in some places at 9 o'clock at night, other places 11 o'clock at night. It just depends.
Yeah. What were you saying, James?
What I was going to say was, so I know it's been mentioned that they're going to be switching over to Securus. And Securus, they run their from, I think, if I'm not mistaken, they run their service a little bit different than GTL, because, with GTL, you could call whoever you want. You could punch in whatever number and it'll go through. I believe on Securus, they run their system different, where you have to get approvals on the numbers that you want to call. I believe that's the way Arizona does it. So I'm hoping if they do take over, that they don't have their system like that, because then you gotta verify the phone number. They want like a phone bill. They want your ID. They want like all kinds of stuff before they verify you to be allowed to. Yeah. So I'm hoping they don't do that when they switch over.
Well, we haven't heard that. That might be Arizona's.
Yeah, that might be something for their security thing, because I've ran through the whole little program, the proposal and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't hear anything about that on there, but
yeah,
you haven't heard about them blinding in any of the prisons yet?
No, nah.
Yeah, we haven't either, which is weird, because we're supposed to everybody, all prisons are supposed to have them by August. But I guarantee you, if nobody has them, not one of the prisons has them yet, they for sure are not going to have them in all prisons by August.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what?
Is there any?
No questions yet, but if they ask, I'll make sure that I ask. Right now that we're on that topic, I know a few months ago they were talking about eliminating mail, like physical mail, where any mail that was sent in to you guys, it was supposed to be scanned, and then they would just give you a scan of the mail, and they would destroy the physical copy. I just read a post saying that they're not going to do that anymore, which is, I'm sure, I mean, it's good news, opposed to getting something that's a copy. Did you guys hear anything about that?
Also, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, I heard it's not going to happen.
I heard they had stopped it.
Yeah.
I think it'll cost a lot of money for them to do all that, and they're trying to stop the drugs from coming in, which is I get it, but at the end of the day, it's coming in a bunch of other different ways. So they're going to spend all kinds of money just to stop like the least amount of drugs that comes into the prison system. I would probably say 2%. Maybe a...
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
5% of all the drugs that comes into prison comes that way. And it's probably like little amounts as opposed to like the ounces and probably pounds that staff bring in. Freaking.
You're not lying, yeah.
Yeah.
They would be,
What it is, and these dudes, they got drones flying in and all kinds of crap, So go ahead, spend all that money on that.
Yeah.
But,
and I think it's an inconvenience. Yeah.
It's just it.
Imagine you have like your kid writing you a letter, and then you get a copy of it, or a drawing, or whatever. Your personalized letters. Not that many people write anymore. So imagine you are one of those lucky individuals that does get handwritten letters, and then you're getting copies now. I'll be pissed.
Yeah, no, it sucks. I think it's just one other thing that kind of like removes us from society. We're completely removed. We don't have the same interactions as regular people. We have the tablets. We have the tablets. We have email, and so we can go back and forth on email, like texting and stuff. And that's something that we didn't have before. That's it's almost like that's why cell phones were so popular in prison. That was a whole other freaking industry in here, cell phones. And, we're not allowed to have them. So once we got clean, we realized, we can't be clean and use illegal cell phones in prison. So it sucked. We're just basically just sitting in here just staring at the wall. And when they gave us these tablets, they connected us back to the world again. It's almost like we have our own cell phone, you know. We have games on here, and we got like educational stuff, news apps, movies, and things like that, you know. And it breaks up the time. Jesse and I we're so consumed with college most of the time, so I don't really have time to be watching the movies and stuff. But you know, when I'm done with school and things like that, like I'm gonna love having the movies. Anytime we get breaks, that's what it is, you know.
We got a comment from let me see, from Maria. She writes, "Hi to the man on the phone." And then we got a comment from Irene.
Hey, what's up, Maria? Yeah.
And Irene writes, I seen that they're going to start doing body scans and canine for all visitors and staff. Is that true?
Yeah, it is. Sure is. Yeah. I mean,
it starts actually this month.
Yeah, it starts this month. They're going to do it, and at the end of the day, you know, they are trying to stem the flow, and that may help. You know, it may help, but like I said, they're going to stop that. They can stop that. They can stop the mail, but at the end of the day, there are going to be people that work in here that are dirty, and it's just what it is. There's going to be, these dudes will find a way. It's almost like if you're on a canoe or if you're on a boat and you see that water come flying up, that leak, and you freaking go and you freaking plug that leak, and then another one shoots out and you throw your leg over it, you know what I mean, or your foot, you know, to try to, you know what I'm saying? Another one pops out, you know what I mean, you freaking try to do that, and next thing you know, you're sinking. You know, it's just what it is. It's just what it is here. There's a lot of people that got nothing better to do than plot ways to get high in here.
Yeah. Yeah, it's some of the ways I've heard it.
People that go through, you never know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's crazy. And then you got like most of the officers that are here, they're straight. They're good. They're good people working hard, support their families. Most of the free staff are great, nursing and everybody. But there's some people that aren't. You're not going to be able to catch them. I mean, you get them eventually, but at the end of the day, like, you know, you don't know what people are going through out there. They're gambling debts, kids through high school or college, or, you know what I'm saying, like expenses. It could be a divorce. They could have lost their money, you know, or alimony, all kinds of stuff. And, you know, you need some money kind of quick, and that's what it is. You're like, oh man, you could charge $2,000 for a freaking $100 cell phone in here. Bring 10 of them.
Damn.
Freaking 20 racks right there.
Yeah,
that's what it is. As simple as that. And people will pay it. You know? It's just like that.
Yeah.
They do it once, they get away with it. Maybe, you know, stop for a while, do it again, stop for a while, and then they just go ham. Then they get greedy, and next thing you know, they're freaking, yeah. And they, you know, they break off like the freaking gang leaders to make sure that they're, you know, that they're getting paid. Yeah. That's what it is. It becomes like it becomes like an operation, and then boom, the prison investigators, you know, they catch wind of it, they investigate, shut it down, and guess what? That freaking boat sprays another freaking leak of water in there. Shit.
There it goes again. Yep.
They do a big search, clear them all. Yep. Clear off the yard, and all of a sudden they get 5 overdoses in one building. Like, damn, what the hell, you know? And then the whole yard starts overdosing. There's a lot of overdoses in here. And they're like, damn it, they know, I mean, it's obvious then, they found another way, right?
How many?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been like that forever. It's been like that for freaking decades in here. This isn't nothing new. And it becomes so easy after a while that these dudes don't even, they get too comfortable, they get too lax, and then boom, something happens. They get caught, and there it is, you know. Another leak. So we had to, like, basically when we got clean, Jesse and I, we had to be like, I see no evil, I hear no evil. I don't see you. I don't see you freaking criminal mind. You know, and we got to go about our business with our blinders up.
Yeah,
don't concern us.
It's hard, right? I mean, yeah. Go ahead, Jesse.
No, I was just gonna say, hey, so you're gonna be coming down here next week with Pablo?
Yeah, oh yeah, 110%.
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
It's been a minute since I've been down there, so I'm excited. I think like Wednesday.
What, on the 14th?
I'm not sure if it's like the 17th, the 18th, or the 19th, somewhere around there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shit, that's cool.
Yeah, so getting all my gear ready and take a little flight down there and pop up in the morning and get out there and do another. I talked to him, I think on the weekend. I think I talked to him on either Saturday or Sunday. So we talked a few days back. Yeah, we're in communication. We'll talk maybe once a week, just to see what the status of it is. Okay. If he's hearing anything, and as of right now, yeah, everything looks like it's on track. So I as soon as he tells me, hey, I'm getting released this day, shit, I'll be there.
Hey, my boy just got in bunk too. David Dolcelli. And if you get a chance, you can check out when they do the bunk hearing. If you could check it out, what happens.
For sure, yeah. I watched those. I watch every month. As a matter of fact, let me check when they're gonna be when they're gonna take place this month, because we're in a new month already. So let me see. Yeah, I'll look it up and I'll let you guys know, and then I'm definitely gonna tune into that.
He should be good. I think for the third Thursday. I think it's the third Thursday of every month. Isn't that how they said it goes or something like that? And then
is it the third Thursday of every month?
But yeah.
Le queda un restante de 60 segundos.
Somebody had said that, but I'm not too sure. I'm not exactly sure how that goes, but.
Are you gonna you want us to do another call, James?
Yeah, we'll do another one, but with this one we're gonna cut it short because I got my daughter coming in. She's ready to do some playtime with me.
No, that's cool, man. Yep. She runs stuff. Yeah, so we'll call her. We'll make this the last one.
All right, cool.
Back right now.
All right.
All right, later.
Thanks. All right, so let's see right here. Do you get a good support insight such as mental health support? I'm sure I'll go ahead and ask them right now when they'll call back right now. That's a good question. Make money. Oklahoma City lost game 1. What? Say what? Let me see. I'm looking for this information for the in-bank hearing. Where'd I put it at? I should have put it somewhere that I could have found it a little bit easier here. So this is for meeting agendas. All right. Let me see here.
This call is now being recorded.
Global Link. Usted tiene una llamada prepagada de
David Lopez.
Un individuo encarcelado de la prisión estatal de Centinela, California. Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada. You have a prepaid call. You will not be charged for this call. Para aceptar esta llamada, diga o oprima ahora el 5. Gracias por utilizar Global Link.
Hello.
James.
So I'm double checking on the date. So yeah, I think that does sound about right. The third something of the month. So I'm looking at the past ones. In January it was the 22nd and the 23rd. February was the 19th and 20th. March was the 18th and the 19th. April was the 21st and the 22nd, and May was the 20th and the 21st. So yeah, that looks like it looks like
third week.
Yeah.
Yep, that's cool.
Okay, that's been.
Yeah, so what happened was that was my boy. He was sentenced to life in prison. He got opportunity to go to board.
No, he got like 48 years. No L.
Oh, 48 years. Oh yeah, because the L wasn't true. Yeah. So yeah, he got to go early because he's a youth offender. Committed this crime before the age of 25. I think he's 26. 26 now.
No, he's 35. He committed his crime when he was like.
He had to be under 25 if he went for a youth offender.
He was like 23 or something like that because he's been down 12 years or 13 years, something like that.
Yep. And so he got to go to board early. He got found suitable for parole. As soon as they said that he's no longer a threat to public safety. When the governor has to approve board hearings, the governor said that something didn't smell right with his recovery. So
they didn't feel he had enough targeted programming to cover his substance abuse.
Yeah. So they sent him back to the full board panel, which is in a bunk hearing. And I think he's going to be all right, though. They're probably going to affirm the date, you know, and then he gets to go home. So instead of going through 3 commissioners, he's got to go in front of all of them. Well, he don't go in front of, but they just discuss the hearing. Yep.
That is correct.
Hey, what about Marlene? Have you had a chance to talk with Team Gary and all them about Gary's being found suitable?
So she sent me a message yesterday to let me know that he got found suitable, and then I sent him a message, and he confirmed that he was found suitable. So, you know, from what he mentioned, it seems like he has some apprehensions about you know, getting him banked. So so there's that, you know.
Look, everybody, he's bald.
She strikes again.
Yep. She strikes again. It's all right, Mia. He's gonna be going. He's gonna be taking. He's gonna be going right now. We don't want no problem.
No problem. she runs stuff in your veins. I just want you to know that. Yeah. I don't think you know who you're
Got you fish.
Very, very dangerous on the yard. It's like the cleaning lady.
Oh man.
Yeah.
But he's a
little worried about that though.
Yeah. And rightfully so. I mean, with everybody.
What's her name? Griselda?
Griselda.
No, Griselda right there. What was the chick from La Reina del Sur?
Griselda Blanco.
Yeah,
oh.
Yeah, Griselda Blanco, yeah. Man, better watch out, man.
Oh, man.
Nah, it's cool, man. It was cool coming out here, James, and spending some time with you. And you and the world out there.
Nah, for sure.
And we will try to pop back on this weekend or something, you know, some time for us. And,
yeah, you know what? I'll be available. I think I have some availability on Saturday. So if you guys have some availability on Sunday, then we could jump on. We could jump on a few calls.
Yep, we should be good Saturday. I don't think we got much going on. I'll probably do some cooking on Saturday. That's about it.
You know, we can figure it out. We cook all the time and eat on these calls. That's just what we do.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, just wanna, because I know we gotta roll. It's getting a little late too. We gotta call home.
Oh yeah, it's 8:27. Oh shit.
You gotta give the little one some attention.
Yeah.
You gotta give the little one some attention before she takes you in the whole studio hostage.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys out there in the world for spending time with me and James, me, James, and Jess. So, you know, you guys were our third Sally.
Yeah. Thanks for tuning in and supporting the show and being here. And then you guys that had questions or feedback, we appreciate it. We look forward to hearing from any of you. Anytime you guys have the opportunity to call in, ask questions. If you ever need to get at us about anything, you know where we're at, Centinela State Prison.
Yep.
That's
and
right.
that's what it is.
Yeah.
So you guys can hit us up on the tablets, whatever. It's cool.
At CollectCallFrom.
Yep.
All right.
James knows how. If anybody wants to go on the tablet, like Dave said, anybody, you know, got anybody who's going through something that might need some advice or anything like that, you know, we're always here for that. You know, utilize our experience to help anybody. That's what we do.
Yep.
For sure.
All right,
Yeah.
James, well, with that, you know, we will catch you again soon.
Like a candle in the wind. Life's like a candle. Once you blow it out, it lights out. And with that, we're out. All right. All right. And so for those of you that want to listen to the court hearings, I'm going to do the last court hearing of the day, which would be at 11 p.m. Sorry I wasn't able to get to all the questions, but we'll do it on the next one on Saturday. All right. And if you guys want to watch court, we'll be back on at 11 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. All right. But this one will be some court appearances. All right. I do appreciate you guys. 11 p.m. Yep. And with that, I'm out.